Hello and welcome back to the Heated Sports Podcast. I'm Adam Rice, joined by...
I'm Calvin DeLude.
All right, first topic we got today. It's a new segment. It's called Game of the Week and next week as well. So, first, obviously, I got to say the Jets versus the Bengals was the best game this week. That's my opinion.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it was definitely a really, really good game, but I got to give it to the Packers-Cardinals because both teams are probably Super Bowl candidates, in my opinion. I think that the Packers can get there. I think the Cardinals can get there as well. And I previously have thought that the Cardinals would start to fall off, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, but they got their first loss of the year due to a last-minute interception by the Packers while the Cardinals were in field goal range, and they could have tied it, and instead they tried to win it. And then they ended up throwing it right to the Packers DB. So
sounds familiar, doesn't it?
You can't do this.
I just did.
You can't do it to me. All right, whatever. Well, I don't understand what it's like to beat Tom Brady in a Super Bowl. Adam, would you care to explain it to me?
No.
Yeah. I don't. Okay. All right. What's your pick for next week?
My pick for next week is Titans versus Rams. The Rams are, I think, 7-1, and the Titans, I'm not exactly sure. But they're both really, really good teams, you know. And I think that the Titans could come out top, but
I'm definitely hoping, but I don't know. The Rams are just looking pretty scary
with
right
Von
now.
Miller too.
I don't know if he's gonna play this week because he's definitely gonna need some time to learn the scheme. But just even besides Von Miller, they look really, really good right now. Stafford's playing like just unbelievable, and Cooper Kupp's having the best year of his career, so he's showing what he's capable of. So and no Derrick Henry either for the Titans. That's a big blow.
That's
he's out
a big
6
blow,
to 10 weeks now, so he might be back come playoff time if they end up making it. But,
you don't know. They picked up a pretty decent running back. You know, I think he could perform pretty well for the Titans. So.
Oh yeah, no, totally. But Adrian Peterson is definitely one of the best running backs of all time, but he's at an age right now where I don't think he can perform to a Derrick Henry level. Yeah, he's definitely out of his prime. So I hate to admit it, but my pick for game of the week next week originally was the Chiefs-Packers until, sadly, my fantasy quarterback, who was going to carry me to a fantasy league championship, has gotten COVID-19, and he is out this week against the Kansas City Chiefs, which is one of the worst defense in the NFL right now. So he probably could have gotten 100 points.
Oh,
he is. I mean, he's already having a great year. And then against the Chiefs D, who's atrocious, and then that's really one of the reasons that they're struggling right now. But so I changed my pick, and I'm giving it to the Browns versus Bengals game. I want to see how the Browns do without OBJ, because right now Kevin Stefanski says that he's basically not a part of the team right now. They're unable to trade him before the deadline, and they're trying to figure out what they want to do with him next. I assume they're going to drop him at some point, but right now OBJ is not.
He's just injury prone. Every season beginning, it's either his ACL or something else. He's just injury prone.
Yeah. So it sucks too, because he really is an amazing player. We've seen some amazing stuff from him, but
especially on the Giants, you see that one-handed catch. It's called the OBJ. But yeah,
I don't know. We'll see where he ends up. But going back to the Jets-Bengals game that you were talking about, let's talk about my man Mike White.
Oh my goodness,
Good
bro!
Lord,
The
Mike
Jets
White.
winning. Oh my. Against the Bengals, which are absolutely goated with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Like, how no one was expecting the Jets to come on top.
Expecting that at all, because you can't even put that game on the offense either.
You can't.
Oh, you know what? You kind of can, because at one point the Bengals got back-to-back turnovers, and I think they only got 3 points out of those 2 turnovers. So I mean. Sometimes you can't rely on the offense all the time, because they definitely picked it up in the second half. I think the final score was 37-34, I believe. I think that was the final.
No, it was 31-34.
All right, 30. Yeah. So
it's a close game.
But yeah, no, I mean the offense put up 31 points, and then the defense let in Mike White. I don't know if this means Mike White's good, or if the defense just had a bad day.
I got his stats right here. So Mike White, his completion percentage was 82.2, which is really good for a quarterback. Yards thrown, 405.
Wow, that's
touchdown throws, 3 and 2 interceptions, which isn't too great, but other than that,
his jersey's already in the Hall of Fame, by the way, because
really?
he is the second quarterback ever past 1950, other than Cam Newton, to throw for 400 plus in his first career game.
Oh my goodness.
He's got. I don't know if he was drafted or an undrafted free agent, but he's been on the Jets for 3 years and he hasn't played a snap. And then this year he comes in, fills in for Zach Wilson after his injury. And he played pretty good in the game before, but then last game against the Bengals popped off and had an amazing day. He threw 2 picks, but those are back-to-back drives, and then he cleaned himself up the rest of the game and ended up throwing for 400 and 3 touchdowns. So
imagine being in that situation where you're just a backup quarterback and you're just like sitting there waiting for your opportunity, and you have an amazing game like this. Like, imagine how he feels right now. I saw a tweet that he posted. I'm not exactly sure what he said, but he was like super confident and all of that. It's such an ego booster.
You talking about the Peyton Manning tweet he said?
Yes, it was that tweet. It was that tweet. Yeah, that's such a confidence booster and ego.
I think it was Peyton Manning, I'm coming for your record or something like that.
Yeah. That was awesome.
I'm hoping that he plays well because due to Aaron Rodgers' COVID situation, Mike White's filling in. So Mike White's filling in for me and my team.
This is gonna be a close game tonight. Jets versus Colts.
Jets versus Colts. Who's your pick?
I don't know. I gotta stay loyal with the Jets. I'm going with the Jets here.
No, I'm popping on the Mike White bandwagon, and I'm picking the Jets as well. The Colts are turning it around though. They played pretty well against the Titans last week. They did allow a lot of points though.
Yeah.
I think they allowed 37 points in over, or not just in over, but like 4 quarters and plus overtime. So they allowed 37 points, and the offense looked pretty good though. But Carson Wentz, what was he thinking on that last drive? Not the last drive, but the one before that. He threw it right to the Titans player while he was getting mid-sacked and ended up being a pick 6 for like 2 yards.
It could have been the lights. You never know. It's just like the glare of the lights.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But Carson Wentz has had a few of those plays this year, and I think it really shows that he's not going to be the player that he once was back on the Eagles in 2017.
Yeah.
So, it's disappointing because that was an amazing player to watch, but I think Carson Wentz's prime days are pretty much over.
So, on the topic of QBs, top 3 best QBs in the league. In your opinion, this is no stats, just opinion based.
All right, so at number 3, I got Joshua Allen of the Buffalo Bills. I think that Josh Allen he definitely showed. Early on, the Bills were struggling. They struggled to win the first game, and then they won like 4 in a row after scoring 40-plus points. And now Josh Allen, and they beat the Chiefs too when the Chiefs were still looking like they could be good this year. And it's just I think Josh Allen is having an outstanding year, and if he starts to pick it up even more, he could win MVP. My number 2 quarterback is Kyler Murray. As much as I hate to say it as a Seahawks fan, Kyler Murray's having a good year.
The battle of the birds.
Oh yeah. So Kyler Murray's he's playing really, really well. He's throwing some amazing throws, and he's also a threat in the ground too. But my number 1 quarterback is Aaron Rodgers.
And I agree with this.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't expect Aaron Rodgers to play well this year after the first week against the Saints, where they lost pretty embarrassingly. But now they haven't lost a game since, and Rodgers is on a tear. And I mean, he won that game without his top 3 receivers and his tight end. So that's just something I don't think Kyler Murray or Josh Allen could do. And it really is just he's able to make some wide receivers who barely played look amazing, and that's why I have him as my number 1 quarterback.
I have a similar list. Mine is Kyler Murray, at number 3, Josh Allen number 2, and Aaron Rodgers. I just feel as though Josh Allen is, he's got more experience in the league. I think he's got a couple more years on Kyler Murray. He can do everything. Mostly he can do what Kyler Murray can do and better. I mean, you saw that hurdle over, I think it was a linebacker. Like, it's just, that was an amazing play that he did. He can run, he can scramble, and his throws, he can throw really far.
He has got an arm, like a
talent
I haven't seen. I think in my entire life, I don't think I've ever seen someone as strong as a arm as Josh Allen. So
it's definitely tough.
Tough. It's definitely a tough list. Like, even when I was really looking at it, I was struggling to pick out my picks. People are saying Stafford right now is the best quarterback, and I just don't agree with that either. I think that he's having an amazing. I'd still put him top 5. I wouldn't
top 5 definitely. But
I'd probably put him at 4.
Yeah.
But
Tom Brady was about to make this list for me, but
yeah,
then
Tom's having a good year. But
they lost to the Saints. I mean, there was a couple
rough.
interceptions that he had. I mean, some of the games he should have performed really well in and didn't, and that's why he's definitely top 5. He's probably 4 for me.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, over Matthew Stafford, but he didn't make top 3.
No.
So, how was your Seattle Seahawks this week?
It is Russell Wilson's time, baby. He is back. The pin in his finger is out. He has a bye week this week, and he's going to win it. And I think that gets this week to heal up. It couldn't have been more perfect timing injury-wise, where
perfect timing.
We played 3 fairly weak opponents, and it sucks we could only win against one. But I mean, Geno had a really, really good day against the Jags. Now Russ is back, and the defense, if they can keep playing at the level that they've been playing at, I think that the Seahawks could very realistically win 8 of the
You
last
have
9.
a lot of really good, outstanding defenders for sure. I mean, you
Bobby
don't have
Wagner.
Sherman anymore, but you still have a solid D.
Yeah, Bobby Wagner's having one of the best years of his career.
Yeah.
He's leading the league in tackles right now, and he's just he hasn't been bad since he's started in the league. So he's so helpful to have on a young defense like this.
Solid player and veteran
D-line's
as well.
got to get a little better, but overall, I mean, the secondary people keep trashing on Jamal Adams, and I keep telling them that he's having
I
one
have
of the best
faith in
years of
Jamal
coverage.
Adams.
He's
I
having,
do.
yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any sacks yet, doesn't have an interception yet, but he's having one of his best years in coverage, and he's actually playing like a safety. And the Seahawks defensive coordinator Ken Norton Jr., who I hate, by the way, he's awful.
Coming
at his
from a
job.
Seahawks fan, y'all,
so,
just letting you know that.
Oh, I don't think you understand. Every Seahawks fan I've talked to has hated Ken Norton Jr. Not a single one thinks he's a good coach. But they just, I think that they use Jamal in the wrong way. They only blitz him on third downs. Every single third down they blitz with him, and then someone gets burnt over the top. And I'm saying, why don't you trust Jamal Adams in coverage where he's actually playing really, really well this year?
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited for the Seahawks rest of the year. See how they do. They might make the playoffs. I'm leaning towards no, but I think it's definitely possible.
Yeah. My Giants, on the other hand.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Hey, it wasn't one of our. I'm just gonna say it's one of our best.
Games.
It was our best loss. I'm just gonna say that right here.
I can definitely get on board with that.
Because KC isn't the greatest team. They're last in their division, but it came down to the wire, and the defense, in my opinion, the defense has come back. Calvin, from a different point of view, says otherwise.
I don't think that they're as good as they were last year, like towards the end of the year, but they're definitely picking up a bit. I mean, Mahomes is always going to be hard to stop, and they held him to 20 points. So they let Tyreek Hill get over them a little bit, but they stopped Travis Kelce, which thank God for that. It won me my I know I've been talking about fantasy a lot, but
hey, fantasy, that's where we get all of our stats and how good a player does and stuff.
How's your fantasy team doing, Adam?
It's actually, I mean, Pat Mahomes this year hasn't popped off, as usual.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, sadly, he is injured.
Jeez, you got Henry too, and Mahomes.
He has actually won a bunch of games for me because he's gotten over 30 points, and I just come back from that. I got Godwin and Evans at wide receiver. Who else do I have at wide receiver? I forget. But I have Noah Fant, which isn't the best tight end.
Yeah,
it's still a pretty decent tight end.
So you got to pick someone up.
Yeah, I got to pick someone up. I have the Rams D, which is obviously one of the best.
Yeah.
And then kicker wise, I have your kicker, Seahawks
Jason
kicker.
Myers, baby.
Yeah,
my man. I like it.
Yeah. All right, let's get to baseball.
Atlanta Braves World Series champs. Congratulations to the Atlanta Braves.
Braves fans out there, you stayed patient. You've waited a while.
Atlanta needed this one, man.
Yeah,
Atlanta needed this one.
And they just played a really good game. I think the last game was 7-0. It was a blowout, right?
Oh yeah, no, they could have won it at home. Could have won 3 in a row, and they lost in Atlanta in a game that they could have won it the entire thing. So they went to Houston, and they're like, you know what? We're going to sit you down here. We let you guys hang around for a little bit too long. We're going to sit you down with a nice 7-1 win.
I like how
or
you
7-0
put that.
win. And Jorge Soler, I believe that's how you pronounce it. World Series MVP. He was having a rough regular season though, averaging only 192, and he missed a lot of time due to COVID. And then in the World Series, he had 3 homers. So
Wow.
yeah, no, he had a really, really good World Series, and one of the big reasons that they won that one. So congratulations, Jorge Soler, World Series MVP.
Congratulations, Braves
Atlanta,
fans.
you finally got a championship after a really, really long time. So
Do you want to move to a different sport now? NHL?
yeah, we can talk about some hockey. I got a list here of some teams who are underperforming right now. In my opinion, I think they're underperforming. So right now, top of the list, I think, is the most obvious. Is the Montreal Canadiens with a record of 3-8, and this is a team that made it to the Stanley Cup final last year. I thought could have won it, and they only won 1 game. Almost got swept.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah, no. And Carey Prices are so much better. I don't know what's going on right now with the Canadians. They're not playing well. They're losing a lot of games that they should win, and so yeah, they're sitting at a rough record of 3-8. The Penguins too aren't playing as good as I thought they would, but it's still a slow start. They can definitely pick it up. Another team I think that can definitely pick it up is the Islanders, who are 3-3-2 or 3-2-2, but they don't have Varlamov yet. So, but he's coming back soon. Sorokin's been playing pretty well in his spot. So
Okay.
I think my New York Islanders are going to start to pick it up, and then the Boston Bruins as well, starting a bit slow at 4-3, but they'll start to pick it up.
I'll take 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3 is
It's
definitely
a
not a bad start.
solid
Definitely not a bad
record. Yeah.
Then
Front runners.
yeah, my front runners right now. I'm putting the Islanders there. I'm trying not to be biased, but I'm definitely being biased.
You're totally being biased right there. You're
No,
totally.
they're definitely, I think, a top 4 team in the league right now. Not record-wise, but
Okay,
overall
well then
team-wise.
who is above or in that top 4?
Above, I think the number 1 team right now is probably the Hurricanes. So right now my top 4 is Islanders, Hurricanes, Panthers.
And this is going backwards, correct? Islanders.
No specific order.
No specific order, just top 4.
Just Islanders,
all right.
Hurricanes, Panthers, and Oilers are my top 4 teams right now. The Oilers have 2 amazing players in Connor McDavid and Draisaitl. I still don't know how to say his name.
Let me try to pronounce that. I might embarrass myself, but let me try to say it.
Draisaitl?
Draisaitl.
Draisaitl?
Draisaitl.
Sure.
Let's just go with that.
Yeah,
Let's go.
but they're top 2 point scorers in the league right now. I'm just gonna call him Dre with 20,
That's a pretty cool nickname.
and McDavid with 19. So, and then my number 5 team is the Washington Capitals with Ovechkin at 3rd place with points. And every single year, people say, "Oh yeah, Alexander Ovechkin's old. He sucks. He's not going to do well like he did last year." And now he's off to one of the best starts he's
they
ever had.
said
in his
that with
career.
Tom Brady too, and look at him now.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
honestly.
So I mean, these people are just doubting, and it's not working in their favor right now. But so let's jump back to football real quick, and let's go over our pick for this week's games, Adam. Let's start with your New York Giants hosting the Las Vegas Raiders.
Well, so I haven't seen the Raiders play. Like, I haven't watched any of their games. And the Giants, I think, could perform really well. Against the Raiders. But you got Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Raiders don't have any more Ruggs, but we're not going to get into that
That's
topic. 'Cause-
that's an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, unfortunate.
And thoughts go out to the family.
Yeah.
that lost someone like that.
But
So.
I think the Giants could. I think the Giants. Not trying to be biased. I think the Giants could beat the Raiders.
No, I do too. I think that what happened with Ruggs and also with Gruden earlier in the year, is just a massive morale, drainage. So I think the Giants, coming off of a pretty close game against the Chiefs, will pick that one up with a
Well,
win.
yeah. Well, they're gonna want that one back. They're gonna want to win because they lost. They lost against the Chiefs, and they had. What did they have? They were gonna go on a winning streak, but then close loss to the KC. So they're gonna wanna beat them with all they got. Whatever it takes.
Let's go with the Falcons and Saints. Who you got for that game?
Falcons Saints.
This is a tough one for me.
I'm going Saints.
Going with Saints?
I'm
You
going
think Trevor
Saints.
Simeon's going to get it done?
Yep. I'm going with Saints.
I think Taysom Hill's still hurt right now. If Taysom Hill plays, I'm definitely going to go with the Saints. But with Simeon, I don't know. The Falcons just don't. Their record says differently to what they are. I'm pretty sure
They're
they're
very,
4. I think they're 4 and 4
very
right now.
like all over the place.
Yeah, they play really, really well, and then they
then
look
they
really,
just
really
don't.
bad. So yeah, no, the Falcons are 3 and 4 right now. So but honestly, they could very easily be like 2 and 5, 1 and 6. So.
Yeah. What the next game? Let's see. Shoot, I don't have the schedule
Yeah,
pulled
I
up.
got Bills, Jaguars. I think we can both agree that the Bills are gonna.
Obviously,
are gonna win
no. I'm gonna go with Jags. I'm gonna go. Nah.
Yeah, sure. Trevor Lawrence is gonna get it done.
Nah.
He couldn't get it done against Seahawks defense, but he'll definitely get it done.
I feel
against
bad
the
for
Bills.
Trevor Lawrence because he's a rookie
Yeah, he got
quarterback.
put in a tough spot, like right
A
at the start.
really tough spot for a rookie quarterback. Not the greatest team structure wise, and I'm not gonna say there's no one good on that team. There is.
Yeah, there's
It's
definitely
just-
some solid players.
They're just not. The chemistry's not. They don't
Yeah.
flow well.
But,
and the structure's just not there.
Former Seahawks Shaquille Griffin's doing really, really well there. He struggled against DK Metcalf, though. DK Metcalf kind of sat him down a bit, but I definitely think that he's having a good year. And Trevor Lawrence has some pretty good weapons. Chark's been hurt all year, but Marvin Jones is playing pretty well. So not right now for the Jaguars, but they'll definitely start to pick it up in a few years.
Patriots, Panthers. I think we can both agree on this one. Ready?
Patriots.
3.
Nope. Okay. My bad.
You messed it up.
My
Come
bad.
on,
I'm
come
sorry.
on.
I'm sorry.
Well, yeah,
I didn't realize
it's gonna
we were
be
gonna do that.
it's gonna be the Pats.
Yeah. What about Browns Bengals? We'll do a 3, 2, 1. On go. Okay. 3,
2,
1. Browns.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
The Bengals didn't have a great game against the Jets, but I think they could pull it off.
I agree. I think that the Bengals are definitely going to bounce back a bit, but I just think that the Browns have a better team.
Okay.
Overall.
Is Baker Mayfield back?
No, he's never been here.
Browns.
Yeah, no, he's never been here. He's awful. Well, he's not awful, but he's not great.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, but he's. I don't know why. He performs really, really well some games and then looks okay. So, I think this is going to be one of the games that's really, really well.
That there was a compilation of OBJ just being wide open and Baker Mayfield just absolutely ignoring it and just like
on
either throwing
OBJ's
a pick.
dad's Instagram
Yes,
too. OBJ's
that is
dad.
sad.
Odell Beckham Sr.
Yeah.
posted that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's tough L for Baker Mayfield.
Moving
Moving on
Broncos,
from that,
Cowboys.
yeah, Broncos Cowboys.
3,
we're gonna do this
2, 1. Cowboys.
Cowboys, yep.
Obviously, Broncos are just not looking good this year. Vikings Ravens. That's gonna be
a tough
really
game.
Good game.
I was considering that for my game of the week, but then I ended up going with Bengals Browns. I'm
Okay.
going to go with
I'm going Vikings. I gotta go with the underdog. I gotta go with the underdogs.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens just because they have home field advantage.
Oh, I didn't take that into
Yeah, I'm
accountability.
gonna take the Ravens here.
Home field advantage is actually a big factor in how a team plays.
Yeah. Now we have the Texans Dolphins. Yikes! that's a pretty ugly game. I'm actually gonna go with the Texans here.
Really?
Though. Tyrod Taylor's gonna be back.
Okay.
And he actually played pretty well when he was healthy, so I think that Tyrod Taylor's gonna come back and and play pretty well against a pretty bad Dolphins team. So.
Well, the Dolphins started off really well, and then it went downhill.
Yeah.
It just went way down.
Yeah,
into
they
the
started off
valley.
with a good win against the Patriots, but Tua looked meh, and then Tua got hurt.
And then he got hurt.
And then he came back and looked meh against the Jags, and then he's played okay, but not what they need to win. So
I might agree with you on this one, Texans.
yeah, and Brandon Cooks is having an amazing year too. So
I'm going with Chargers. My boy Justin Herbert.
yeah, I guess the Eagles.
Yeah.
This is a tough take for me because the Eagles are looking pretty good the past few weeks.
Well,
especially with
they started off in a rough spot.
Yeah, but I mean, last week they destroyed the
They
Lions.
did,
and
I was not expecting that.
But because the Lions gave the Rams a pretty good fight and then got handed.
Didn't they? I think the Rams. No, it was the Lions that got was it 22 points in the fourth quarter or something like that?
Oh yeah, no, it was something crazy like that.
It was something crazy like that in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
How do you do that in the fourth quarter?
I don't know. That's a tough game for me. I'm going to say the Chargers, though. I think they bounce back with a win.
We were talking about this earlier. Packers versus Chiefs.
This is tough because I haven't seen Jordan Love play yet, and I'm curious to see how he does.
I'm going Packers.
Going Packers?
I'm going Packers because
I'll go with you.
The way the Chiefs looked against the Giants it was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
It was there was so many turnovers. I saw there's back-to-back interceptions for both defenses. It was not great.
Yeah, no, it was definitely rough. Then we have Cardinals 49ers, another game that I was considering putting as game of the week.
I did see you were gonna put that as a game of the week, but
Yeah.
I think you're gonna go 49. I'm just gonna guess
think
right
I'm
now.
gonna go
I think you're gonna go
49ers?
49ers because you're like, oh, the Cardinals are gonna fall off. They're not gonna do good the next couple of weeks. You'll see. They start off great in the beginning of the year, and it just goes downhill from there. But
Well, Adam, you are 100% correct. I'm 100% going with the San
called
Francisco
it.
49ers to win that one.
I should get
think
an
that,
award for that.
Well, they should be playing Trey Lance.
I should get an award for that.
They should be playing Trey Lance right now, and they're not. But I think that Jimmy G looked really, really good against the Bears last week. And Kyler's pretty banged up right now, I think. I think he hurt his
Really?
ankle. So, yeah, no, he definitely got hurt, so he might miss 1 to 3 weeks.
Is D Hop hurt?
D-Hop, I feel like D-Hop's always hurt, like always.
But he
still plays. He's a beast. Yeah, he's a beast, so.
I mean, like scoring 30. I got to bring fantasy back up. 30
Yeah.
points on like fantasy. Like, come on. Oh, as a wide receiver, that's just
Yeah.
absolute bazonkers.
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 Can I
but
find that in the dictionary?
Yeah, you probably could on a weird website.
Yeah,
Or
all right.
a weird dictionary.
To your game of the week on Sunday night, we got Titans-Rams. Rams are hosting the Titans. The Derrick Henry list Titans.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I think I said this already, but I think the Rams.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Rams will
win.
take it home.
Titans are going to give them a good fight, though.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Titans' defense do absolutely amazing, but I think they can hold Matthew
Yeah.
Stafford and Cup.
No,
That's just my opinion.
I agree. I think that the defense will play. They'll play decent, but overall, I just think that they'll probably be like a 10-point game. Like the Rams will probably win by 10, is my guess. So not a blowout, but a 2-score.
And it's a Sunday night football game.
Yeah.
Who's got home field advantage?
The Rams. So yeah, just another reason I think.
All the celebrities are going there, right?
It's L.A. It's Sunday
it's LA,
night.
Yeah, it's Sunday night. It's
Don't be
against the
shocked.
Titans. Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'll see Tom Holland roll up.
So we are gonna get into basketball a little bit. It's still kind of early in the basketball season. Once it gets more into it, we're gonna talk about it more. Same for NHL. We're gonna talk about that more. Basketball, it's a great sport.
Yeah.
I'm a Golden State fan. My opinion. I know you don't watch basketball.
I'm not really a fan of anybody. I'm a fan of a player. Any guesses
What's
who that
the player?
player is? Any guesses?
Is he a point guard?
Listen about that. He's either a point guard or a shooting guard. I think he's a point guard.
Curry.
No.
Ooh. Are you a Hawks guy?
No.
Ooh. Okay. I'm trying to guess. James Harden.
No. Asked me like 4 years ago, yes, but
This is I'm trying to think who else is like absolutely insane.
yeah, no, he's a point guard. So I'm not lying to you here.
What team is he on?
I can't tell you.
I can't guess it. So
He is on a team that wears red jerseys.
there's like so many teams with red jerseys.
Dame time, baby. That's who Dame
Oh.
time. So I'm a Dame time.
But you
fan.
have like the Cavs wear red jerseys, the
Yeah.
Hawks wear red jerseys, the
Cats, what?
Rockets.
They're
wear-
not really red.
Well,
What-
they have red in their jerseys.
yeah, but
I
would-
they might have a red jersey.
they have like
on it.
maybe I don't know.
Rockets.
But yeah,
you
no,
know.
I'm a Dame time fan, so I'll follow
Okay,
Dame wherever he
I can
rolls.
I can accept that. I can
Because
accept that.
I'm trying to find a player who is good, but isn't like people would call me a bandwagon for following him. And so
I'm literally
I think that I could.
Say
rock
everyone
with Dame.
calls me a bandwagon because I'm
Everyone calls Golden
State fan.
State Warriors fans bandwagons. So.
Well, because they're just too good.
Yeah.
You can't stop them.
I mean-
I think they're 5-1 now. I think they
Did
are.
they lose their first game?
I don't think they lost their first game, but they did lose. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Oh, they're 6-1. My bad. I missed the game. I don't know who they lost to.
Hmm.
I can check it up right now.
But we missed one game in football. We got Bears Steelers on Monday night. Who
Oh,
you
we
picking
did miss
there?
that. So my parents are a Bears and Jets fan.
Really?
Yes. So whenever the Jets or Bears play, I do have some
Is your mom a
bias.
Bears fan?
My mom is a Bears fan.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and so every time the Bears play, I'm rooting for the Bears, even though they may not win. Same with the Jets,
Yeah.
obviously. But I'm gonna go with the Bears on this one.
I agree. I think that Justin Fields is starting to wake up a bit and start performing well. So my pick is the Bears.
All right.
As well.
All right. Back to the basketball. They lost to the Grizzlies. It was 104 to 101, which is a pretty close game
Oh yeah,
for basketball.
You can never go wrong with Steph Curry.
You can never.
He's a monster.
Absolute GOAT right there.
Yeah.
Absolute GOAT. He's definitely making it to the Hall of Fame.
For sure.
Well, I think that concludes our, is it the third? Yeah, third episode of the
Already
Heated
through
Sports
3 of
podcast.
these.
Yeah. So we don't have an exact time and when we're going to do these podcasts, but it's going to be every week, definitely.
I'm uploading all the episodes onto our YouTube now. The YouTube is just called the Heated Sports Podcast. You can also check us out.
Go subscribe.
Yeah, go subscribe, man.
Turn on the bell
What are you doing now?
notifications.
You better hit that notification.
Yeah,
bell.
you better.
You better.
You better.
So,
All right.
but in the editing process for episodes 1 and 2, it'll be a lot quicker. Once we post these,
Yeah,
3,
they'll be
I
out
just need to-
shortly. They'll be out shortly.
Once I get X amount of clips, then I can post them pretty much a day of. So
And go check it out.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
Have a
it's-
wonderful day off, and thanks for listening.
yeah, thank you guys for listening. Have a great day.
Bye.